And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, everybody? My camera is not where it's supposed to be.
Gotta get comfortable, you know. Hey, everybody, we're your midweek Saints.
Somethings.
Yeah. That's what we are. Hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of electro swing at the beginning. I noticed that's like kind of like a hot new thing. The kids are all into it. It's like that and Tide Pods. Can't get enough of them.
Yeah,
pretty sure they're all just
Tide Pods.
Yeah, it's also fucking hard to eat electro swing. So that's the next viral challenge started here on Midweek. Saints, go ahead and eat your music. And I want to see videos of people just stuffing sheet music down their fucking throats. Yes,
do it.
Oh,
already
getting it. Already, Larry Kubiak, dapper looking Nick. Yeah, this is kind of my new style. I decided maybe brewery shirts aren't really the way for a healthy and respectable taxpayer.
Right.
I don't file my taxes. But don't tell the IRS.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad. Listen, it's not malice. It's not like I'm Wesley Snipes or Nicolas Cage here. It's just that
I don't want to.
What's that word? I don't want it, and I'm really bad with keeping track of things. It's like, holy fuck, it's April. Who would have thought? I'm gonna file for a 6-month extension. Holy shit, it's November. Well, November hasn't been going too good for me, and the government's bound to shut down sooner or later anyway. So I mean, how important can it really be? So, if y'all needed
There's the Skype freeze. See, during the Sunday show, this doesn't really happen because we call each other way earlier, and it'll freeze. It always seems to freeze like. There we go. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta start the call like 20 minutes before the show. That way we can get the freeze out of the way before the show starts. We can put it. We can make it part of the format. We could have people bet on at what time code you're gonna freeze.
Anahata, this hair strand needs to like hang loose so everyone knows that I'm actually Marvel's interpretation of Thor. There we go.
It's so you look rakish, you know.
It's a fucking. Here's the thing. I've been tempted and more tempted to just cut my hair and get a regular fucking, regular human's haircut instead of looking like a fucking, like a shitbag Jamie Lannister on times. But I keep getting this shit like, oh fuck, that's a fine ass mane you're growing there. Like, what do I do now? It took me like 2 years to get here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm starting to go all Keemstar with my fucking beard and shit.
As long as you don't go Keemstar with your channel, everything will be fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Fucking Keemstar. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Well, it's
even fucking Sestra. Don't you fucking dare get a haircut. It's like I'm not allowed to. I defeated Hi, I Think I'm Real in the YouTube Hair Olympics there. Yeah, and that was held on YouTube Zance, and I defeated him, and he admitted defeat by chopping it all off, ostensibly with a wood hatchet. I can't prove that, but I'm just gonna run with it because I like the notion. And yeah, since then, I got the best hair on YouTube. So I guess. All right, let's move on.
Yeah. All right, let's do that.
I'm depressed at the fact that like I'm no longer allowed to make my own decisions. It all falls to the audience, and for you, dear viewers, I will continue not cutting my hair.
We are slaves to you as much as we are slaves to the format. It's true. But it's midweek. It's time to relax and have some fun, read some stupid shit, hang out with people. And I could definitely use some cheering up because today was kind of crazy, a little nuts. But I did put out a really fun video, and I'm really excited about that. And then I had to put out a not so fun video, but whatever.
Sorry, I forgot momentarily about the Hemlock Moon. I'm like, wait a second, that second video. Oh, that one wasn't the fun one. Oh,
yeah. No,
one thing I was like, well, that's the problem with characters, though, right? It's like no, Jeff didn't put a video out. Hemlock did.
That's right. I forgot. I do need to actually kind of like.
You got to adopt that Andy Kaufman thing.
I was about to say I got to get a little Andy Kaufman with this. I don't know, man. I love the character. And when I recorded that, I was so fucking sick, I was starting to hallucinate. And I didn't even remember what I had said during the recording. So when I'm editing it, I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? Oh, God. Now I have to make an ASMR mixtape? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. And I had to do it, like, right then and there because Hemlock Moonwolf told me to.
Well, I still feel like, like a Hemlock Moonwolf store where you sell remedies to, like, common and even, like, exotic ailments in the form of just water. Just take a Poland Spring bottle, put put a hemlock label on it with a whole bunch of like hands doing that kind of thing or whatever it is, like the it's like the guru shocker or something. And so it's like this will heal you from, and just go and find a bunch of diseases that haven't existed in 300 or 400 years, convince everybody that they've got it and that's why their children are sick, and then sell them water to cure themselves of conditions they don't even have.
Do you suffer from dehydration? Well, I have a secret cure that doctors don't want you to know.
Do you or a loved one suffer from spells? Does the poor thing have some spells from time to time? I've got just the thing. I put 2 of my toenails and half a clove of garlic into a bottle of Poland Spring and then meditated over it in the sunlight for 2.5 hours. This bottle of healing medicine can be yours for only the low price of $4.99. That's only slightly more expensive than another YouTuber's gaming chair, and it can do a lot more than this. Yeah, see, all right, hacking into the stale memes there. I hope pop culture references have been settled now.
Right.
Gonna get on back, waiting for some fucking Streamlabs, mentioning perhaps Steel Panther or Sex Ninja or whatever it might be. You guys feel free to to just go on and throw money at us and tell Jeff to do terrible things.
And validate Nick. YOFET resubscribed 2 months in a row so far. Thank you very much, YOFET. Appreciate that, buddy. So let's see. Let's start with some news. Let's do some news.
Got some fun news too. This but I think what we have here is a pretty nice spread of news, because this first story, as you know, kind of unfortunate as it might be in some cases, it's still I mean, this is it's a reminder that we're actually living in the future that we kind of imagined when we were fucking kids. If you ever if you saw Starship Troopers in theaters and you knew that, like, how far in the future that's supposed to be versus what we're capable of actually doing now, I mean, holy shit. First story we've got for you comes from CNN. You got this up, Jeff?
Yep, it's up right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, after shark attack, mom regains control with bionic arm. So, I want this to settle in your minds for a second. We live in a day and age in which bionic limbs are blasé. They're fucking ordinary. We're not surprised when, like, you will walk down the street in a major city some point, and you will see somebody with a badass looking carbon fiber hand that does the fucking trick. And we're even getting to a point now where we're able to stimulate sensation. So Tiffany Johnson and her husband JJ are avid cruisers, self-described vacation junkies. All right, I'm not feeling super sympathetic right now, I'll be honest.
Right.
But good for you guys. In June 2017, though, the two left their home in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's why they can afford it, because you can rent a fucking McMansion there for $200 and a smile.
Right.
And embarked on a relaxing cruise in the Caribbean. On the final day, the Johnsons chartered a snorkel expedition in the Bahamas. They took off in a small boat with another couple to a spot 10 minutes from Paradise Island. They're going to be renaming that shit soon. 30 minutes into snorkeling, Johnson bumped into something. I was just staring at the fish, and I felt a tug on my arm, Johnson said. I remember even thinking, oh, what did I just bump into? And then when I turned, I was face to face with the shark. So the fucking shark just kind of came up, bumped her a little bit. It's like, hey, can I smash that hand?
Yeah.
Becky, can I smash? Can I smash? The fight for her life. Now, all she could see was the shark's black, beady eyes staring her down. This writer really... Then darting around. It was such a shock. It took a while for her to realize her entire arm was in the shark's mouth. It was just this weird, eerie presence, she recalled. Fear just took over. Instinctively, Johnson tried to pull her arm out of its mouth, and that's when it clenched down right below her elbow. Ugh. Oh, I remember hearing the sound of my screaming through the snorkel tube, she said. My body just... Fucking hell. My body just wanted to give up. I was seeing almost like a movie reel of my kids, said Johnson, a mother of 3. And I remember thinking, no, we are not going there. I like this chick. I like this woman a lot, yeah. It's like, she got her fucking arm getting torn off by a shark. She's like, nope, fuck that. I'm not going to a bad mental place right now. Shit's bad enough. Good on you, Tiffany. Mm-hmm. And that's when the strength in the... Oh, God.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to get to that part.
No, you know what? Honestly, as I don't like religion and all that. Everybody knows that. But if you've got half of your arm in a shark's mouth, you're already underwater. You pray to whatever you want. And that's when the strength of the Lord just rose up from inside of me and gave me the strength to fight back. Well, you know what? Fucking almost makes me wish God was real. Good on you.
Thanks,
Thrashing,
Lord.
Pulling, praying. Johnson finally won the battle. But when she ultimately yanked her right arm free, half was gone from the elbow down.
Oh.
It was just a mangled stump, and I remember even thinking right away, like, oh my gosh, my arm's gone.
Holy shit. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. Where'd that go? Let me know if you see it. Yeah, but she said she didn't feel any pain. The attack lasted no longer than a few minutes, she thought. The Johnsons later learned it was surprising that she survived at all. Yeah, if you get your fucking arm pulled off, typically you'll die. So they got back to the boat. They swam. I mean, this is like, I mean, it's a big epic story they've got here. But making prosthetics more than human. Once Johnson arrived in Charlotte, she was placed under the care of orthopedic surgeons, doctors Brian LaFleur and Glenn Gaston.
Gaston?
Yeah, he went into surgery. He went into orthopedic surgery actually after, well, it was a tough breakup. It's, you know, how are you supposed to bounce back after a literal monkey bear steals your girl?
Anyway, become a surgeon.
Exactly. And you know what? He's probably like driving around in his Maserati looking out of his floor to ceiling windows in like uptown Charlottesville or Charlotte there and just thinking like this could have all been yours, Belle. And now
Yeah.
what? You're living in a drafty castle with a monkey bear.
Yep.
And
And
talking
annoying
talking
talking
candelabra.
objects. What the
Fucking
fuck?
candelabra. Shut the fuck up already, goddamn candelabra. And you alarm clock. I don't want to hear a goddamn thing until 7:30 sharp. Anyway, yeah, so she went in, got herself oh, this is cool though. The two surgeons pioneering an innovative procedure called targeted muscle reinnervation, or TMR, developed by Todd Quicken in 2002. The procedure is the front line in the effort to improve the interface between humans and technology. I mean, the fact that somebody can put a goddamn carbon fiber arm on you, hook it up to your nervous system, and not only can you control it with effectively muscle and thought, but you can sometimes kind of feel shit.
Yeah, that's amazing.
The goal is simple: give hope and control to upper limb amputees. TNR enables the user's mind to communicate with the artificial limbs via prosthetics that connect to the nervous system. And we are only at the beginning of this fucking technology. I mean, give this 15 years and imagine where we will be.
I need to find a shark.
You just want to be a cyborg.
I do.
Yeah, well, listen, you're like, you're sort of underwriting Homegirl's struggle here to become a
Do you think I
cyborg.
could get any money for my arm?
Well, here's the thing. I'm actually kind of curious about this, and this is something we're thinking about. If our bionics, right, if our bionics technology and such gets so so good, like so strong, like so fucking skillful, that like the bionic limbs that amputees get end up in some ways being more functional and more badass than their original limbs. Do you think we'll get to a point where we'll have people voluntarily or almost cosmetically or whatever taking on like basically bionic limbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, without like it's like I finally made enough and I've been saving up and I can get my fucking arms replaced.
Yeah, dude.
And now,
fucking go down to the Ripper Dock. I know what's up. Yeah.
I gotta wonder if we're actually gonna get there.
I hope so.
Well, here's a couple interesting things though. So Gaston is talking about how they operate the thing, and he says they literally have to think, "Close my hand," and they close their prosthetic hand. And it's intuitive, thought-controlled bionics right now. According to Gaston, within an hour of training, many patients are able to perform all the functions that the prosthetic allows. In the past, this would have taken months of training. So we're approaching a time in which like you lose a limb in an accident, right? And when you wake up in the hospital, if your insurance is good enough, ostensibly, you're just gonna wake up with this like badass fucking cybernetic arm. You're gonna be like the bad guy from Logan. And just gonna be like, oh, what happened? That's why I don't let you drive anymore, fucker.
Aww.
Who paid for this?
I'm really stoked that
this is a cool story, honestly. I mean,
this
it sucks
is a cool
that she
story.
lost her arm, but this is a really cool arm.
No, I'm just stoked because the chat is kind of like, are we really gonna support Jeff cutting his arm off? And people are like, shill, do it. Yeah.
$200 super chat.
No.
$200 super chat and somebody claiming Jeff as a cohabitant in their home so that they can go on their badass insurance. Because it turns out freelance YouTube, the benefits aren't that great. I mean, they are great if you have a P.O. box, but otherwise you're fucked. Because then you have to just think about how you don't have health insurance, but you want to go fucking cave diving or something.
I really want a beer. I should go get a beer.
I'll tell you what, go get a beer, and I'll ring them into the next story. Because if you guys felt like happy and uplifted, by that one, and you ought to, that was pretty awesome, right? Well, this next one, maybe not so much, except god damn it, it's a goddamn video. So the idea was to like show you the article and the video, but Jeff is the production control team. Needless to say, that you guys probably actually seen what's been going on. So apparently, apparently, the Doomsday clock. You remember that one that they tried to threaten Dr. Manhattan with, and in Watchmen there. Yeah, apparently that's not just something they came up with for that movie, although we already knew that. But yeah, the Doomsday Clock has been moved up to 2 minutes to midnight. I was gonna make a shitpost video for this. Honestly, I was gonna make a shitpost video where, it's like clips of Dr. Manhattan, and then you got the natural Sarah Connor exploding in the nuke thing, and then like a whole maybe a bunch of Oh yeah, I'd take that clip from Inception where the clock slows down and Edith Piaf starts playing. That would have been a good shitpost, but I didn't have time.
That'd have been pretty good. Real quick before we get to the video, though. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Leslie Maxwell. All right, my loves. Just to let you know, Daddy Chan, your Lesser Saints needs that mixtape. Will you not think of the cummies? You're gonna have to ask Hemlock Moonwolf for that mixtape because I have nothing to do with the mixtape.
It is not just pure fire; it is pure holy fire from within.
That's right. Larry Kubiak gifted a sub to Anahata Hearts. Very sweet of you to do that. Thank you, Larry. And Sucrose Senciani, 6,000 bits. Holy shit, dude! Thank you. I'm rather wasted to say anything witty, so take my money. Okay.
6,000 bits. That's like a couple individually wrapped Sour Patch Kids, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's like $60.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Holy
like 60
shit.
fucking bucks, dude. Yeah.
Wow, I don't know how bits work. I mean, crypto is a fucking mystery to me.
It translates to effectively, to the person that gets the bits, it translates to effectively a penny per bit, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. Something like that.
Got to make them Lincoln pennies.
I know.
Business. Yeah. Thank you, though, for that. I had no idea that was actually worth that much.
Yeah.
I have problems understanding the nature of value. So,
Yeah.
future video over on my channel. It's like, hey, you guys been depressed yet? Okay, don't worry, I got you.
That's crazy. All right, so we have this video. I'm just trying to pull it up. I'm a little discombobulated. I was fucking. I had a crazy night last night. Really fucking weird. So yeah, I'm a little out of it. Hopefully this beer fixes me. That'd be nice.
I'm gonna say this much though, and I'm gonna make this clear at the start. If I was in charge of managing a Doomsday Clock, I'd actually want to have the whole clock there.
Yeah. Yeah. This is weird. This is super weird. All right, well, let's watch.
With considerable concern that we set the time of the 2018 Doomsday Clock and offer a plea to rewind the Doomsday Clock. As of today,
it's your clock.
It's fucking stuck. What the fuck?
It's yeah. I mean, but the thing is, you don't need to issue a plea to turn the clock. It's your clock. You can set it to whatever time you want. There's only one true time zone, and you're probably not in it. So, who gives a fuck, right? It's like, oh shit, it's 2 minutes to 11. Goddamn Central Time Zone.
Yeah.
All right, we're all okay. Nukes aren't a problem anymore, everyone. We set the clock back, daylight savings and all.
Bring Orn the nukes. Ah! Whoa, that was loud as fuck.
Yeah, it was. Wait a second, hang on.
2 minutes.
Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
Is that who I think it is?
I don't know. Who do you think that is?
The maroon jacket. He's like friends with Dawkins, right? Who's the guy? Who's the guy? I'm gonna look at chat because one of them's gonna know. Who's that guy? That guy right there with the maroon jacket, looking very morosely.
Somebody's saying it's Lawrence Krauss, but
that's it. Yes.
Is it? Wow.
Is that fucking Lawrence Krauss? Is Lawrence Krauss part of this timekeeping team?
That's wild.
It is Krauss. Wow. So we've got Lawrence Krauss here announcing it's 2 minutes to midnight. And if it's one thing we've learned from YouTube, it's that videos with enough views on them, that means truth. So fucking, oh my god, I'm scared now. I need to find a clock to set back just to I'm gonna just go get a whole bunch of watches, just turn them all back an hour, feel better about myself.
It really is a shitty looking clock.
That's a terrible clock. It only tells fucking 20 minutes worth of time.
I know.
it's to midnight.
Okay, let's see. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists moved the Doomsday Clock close to midnight from 2.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Okay. citing the failure of President Trump and other world leaders to deal with looming threats of nuclear war and climate change.
So climate change is part of the clock now? I mean, and I don't want to be mistaken here.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these imbeciles who are like, well, it's warm where I live.
Right.
Climate's just fine. But I mean, okay. I mean, I thought it was like the nuclear annihilation clock, though. Because I mean, nuclear war and climate change will kill us in very different ways, and we have very different choices when it comes to the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Now, the Doomsday Clock is just supposed to be representative of effectively a extinction level event for human beings.
Yeah, how fucked we are. It's it's like it's like countdown till penetration. You're about to get fucked. Planet Earth.
Fuck.
Get ready.
You're going down, Planet Earth.
See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you extract all of the oil out of the ground and the tectonic plates don't have that necessary lubrication, and when one moves against another in a way that was previously pleasant, but they weren't expecting it because it's like you just got out of the shower, so your skin's kind of dry but moist at the same time. Yeah, basically we took all the lubrication out of the Earth, so it's about to fuck us raw.
What the fuck? Dude, okay, so this is really annoying. Has anybody else been getting these fucking updates for Windows 10? Like, we keep popping up and it's like, when do you want to do it? And I'm like, I don't, fuck off. And now it finally put one up and it says, important updates are pending. It says, restart tonight or restart now. And I'm like...
It doesn't give you the option to restart?
No.
Now or later?
No, and I can't click off of it or anything like that. I have to take this fucking update tonight.
You take that update. Just,
anyway.
You know, and I love how that happened too. After I decided I was gonna make a whole long-winded joke about getting fucked with no lube, you go ahead and let Microsoft just take that ass, and it's gonna update your whole digital rectum right there. Thank you, Microsoft.
Yeah, it's for the meltdown vulnerability thing, but that means that my computer's gonna start performing shittier, which sucks. But I was gonna say though, my dad. Before he had his knee replaced, he had to go in every 6 months and get an injection, and it literally injected lube into his knee because he didn't have any cartilage left.
Yeah, bone against bone ain't that fun, no matter what Justicar tries to tell you.
Right. That's gross. Okay. In 1947, the Doomsday Clock was created by the board of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists as a response to nuclear threats. Okay? The closer the minute hand is to midnight, the closer the board believes the world is to disaster. That music's pissing me off. The Bulletin's clock is not a gauge to register the ups and downs of the international power struggle. It is intended to reflect basic changes in the level of continuous danger in which mankind lives in the nuclear age. The clock was originally conceived by a group of atomic scientists who had been involved with the Manhattan Project. Yeah, it's stuck at that fucking music. The scientists wrote a bulletin detailing progress in nuclear weaponry, and the clock was an illustration for the cover of the first edition. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Factors into consideration when calculating the time on the clock. There is nuclear threats. Climate change. What else?
Bio threats. Bioterrorism.
Biosecurity. Hey, good call.
Yeah. Miscellaneous threats. Cyber warfare and AI. AI is not a threat. It is our future. Why are we on different time frames on this video?
I don't know. Miscellaneous threats including cyber warfare and AI. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why we were desynced.
Here's a fun thing. Here's a fun thing I did notice with that though. In the past, I would normally expect Fox News to like give some kind of like climate change, but now it almost seems as though either A, they've accepted the science, or B, they're like, holy shit, this scares the fuck out of people.
Right.
That was like our main market driver from like in the early 2000s. You think can we strike gold twice? I don't know. Let's find out. And now, and then, it just results in a whole bunch of internet boards being like, oh, cocks, total cocks, goddamn cocks. Like,
yeah.
It's warm where I live.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, so that's fun. So yeah, we brought you up saying, hey, look, the future of bionics, it's wonderful. You one day, people with lost limbs will have wonderful cyborg limbs, and yeah, it'll be like several episodes of Archer. But so we bring you up like that, we bring you back down with we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die, and it's gonna be bad.
We're all fucked, man. We're fucked.
There's like 5 different ways that are gonna kill us at one fucking time. It's like the worst Tumblr porn you've ever heard of. But so we're gonna bring you back down to earth here with something from my own home state.
But first,
money. Let's go with money, and then we'll talk about how horrible New Hampshire is.
Real life Gimli used some bits. Jeff, why does the Earth Mother look like a hagfish? The Earth Mother looks like a lot of things. The monster that sleeps inside the planet is actually a shapeshifter.
No, it's wrong. Lots of things look like the Earth Mother. Earth Mother.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She came first. Listen, you don't nobody says, hey, I just noticed your parents really look like you. No. They say you look like your parents.
That's
and
true.
We are all children of the Earth Mother, so think about this. You are a toothy vagina.
That's the truth.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.
You're welcome. Mr. Tickle Trunk resubscribed for 3 months now in a row. He says, Win 10 installed security updates, Jeff. They make you... Oh, hey, it's 3 months. Yep, it is indeed. Happy 3 months. It's an important time in our relationship. 3 months now. It's been good so far. It's been good for us. I hope it's good for you. TK Mao says, climate change can cause wars over resources as, for example, Russian tundra is becoming more and more usable, while Chinese land is being lost to swamps. That said,
the ass kissing with you.
That said, those guys are self-important twats, even if I agree with the current time reading. I mean, some of them might be. Lawrence Krauss is an interesting fucking guy. He's an interesting guy.
More than that, though, too. I mean, like, if you're looking to a group of scientists, and let's be honest, like, nobody's interested in listening to scientists anymore. They just aren't. What people want is science delivered to them through the medium of a talking head of some kind, somebody who can make the science exciting.
Right.
Because apparently discovery is no longer exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, I mean, like, so that clock is symbolic. Fuck, go watch Watchmen. When they ask Manhattan his opinion on the nuclear clock, he'll even say that what was it? The use of a nuclear clock in this sense is like showing a picture of oxygen to a drowning man, right? It was a brilliant quote, something of that nature. But I mean, the truth is if you've got a bunch of scientists who are increasingly realize nobody gives a fuck about them outside of how they can be used to score points in some way, and they're resorting to dramatics to like draw your attention to things that they, from their fields of expertise, can say with some certainty are kind of big problems. Maybe we should pay attention. Why aren't you paying attention? Fine, I'm going to show you the fucking clock again. How about that?
Right.
It worked.
Yeah.
It worked in the 60s. Yeah, if they got to go to that level, I think that says less about like this, like how close we are to extinction, that it does like maybe why we are so close to extinction.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Let's see. Rimshi resubscribed also 3 months. Hey, happy anniversary. And Mr. Tickle Trunk says, hey, money. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Hey, money.
Yeah.
I love money. Thank you,
That's
Tickle
very
Trunk. Yeah.
But yeah, and also to remind people, if you're new to the Midweek Saints, there's a link to the Discord on the page. You can hop into the waiting room, and once you're done with all of our news, you have a chance to get in and hang out with us.
Now we do have a specific guest that we need to bring in. If maybe first because we made a promise.
Did we? Who?
You don't remember?
No.
There was Bird.
Bird. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Bird. Fuck.
Yeah,
that's right.
We said we'd do it. Bird asked on Twitter, and I mean, I had to check Twitter because I got a DM, so went and checked Twitter. I'm like, oh, look at that, bro. That's right. We did. I actually remembered. That I said I'd do a thing. And that's
Sweet.
progress.
Yeah. No, we'll do it. Y2KNW says, the hashtag symbol used to be a pound sign, so what are they really asking for with hashtag me too? Pound me too? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that one a few days ago. It was good.
I love that. That is brilliant.
Good shit. All right, take us away with this news article, Nick.
Okay, so what we got here? That found this through National People's Republic of Progressistan radio, NPR. I just found it. I just found it because it was funny.
It's pretty amazing.
And it's from New Hampshire too. And I mean, it's like it's the kind of story when you hear about it, you're like, how is this not Florida, man? It's because half of the people from Florida were probably the progeny of seniors that moved down to Florida from New Hampshire and then forgot that their genitals worked. Anyway, man bites dog, January 24th, 2018 on Morning Edition. Police in New Hampshire say a man tried to hide under a pile of clothes to evade arrest. After a police dog sniffed him out, he allegedly choked and bit the dog. He was arrested and the dog is now okay. That's quality fucking reporting. I know everything that was that mattered in that story, but we got a bit of a transcript here. It starts off, "Good morning, I'm Steve Inskeep," with an old saying about newspaper work. Dog bites man is not news. Man bites dog, now that's news. And it happened in New Hampshire. People say a man tried to evade arrest by hiding under a pile of clothes and blah, 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 blah. And it's Morning Edition. Let's play this shit.
It's morning. Oh, it's a sound clip?
I don't know. I heard some noise through my circle. I figured you were.
Oh.
I thought maybe you. Oh, actually, there is a 28-second clip, though.
Okay, let's do it.
On that page.
Good morning, I'm Steve Inskeep with an old saying about newspaper work. Dog bites
Steve
man
right,
is not news. Man
Let's hear
bites dog.
Steve Inskeep,
Now
fellas.
that's news. And it happened in New Hampshire. People say a man tried to evade arrest
Hampshire
by
man is
hiding under
old
a pile
hat.
of
That's
clothes.
right, R1.
When a
Yep.
police dog sniffed him out, the man...
We lay the groundwork for Florida man to happen.
Yeah, I'm playing the sound clip right now.
allegedly choked and bit the dog. The man is now under arrest, and the police dog, or as some may call it, the poor little puppy, is feeling better and is back to work. It's Morning Edition.
Wow, okay. What the fuck? What's wrong with your state? Seriously.
Where do I begin?
What the fuck? I mean, it's like, are you trying to be like the New England version of Florida or some shit? Like,
No. Florida's trying to be the southern version of New Hampshire.
oh,
right.
okay.
Number of problems. I'm not going to list them up too much, but I describe New Hampshire this way, right? New Hampshire is a state in which a whole bunch of white-haired cotton tops who live in lovely gated communities with shrubberies and hedgerows and shit, where they got together in mass and formed this really funny government, and they decided that they were going to take their very fuzzy memories of the 1950s, and they were going to combine them with their poorly construed fantasies about what the 1800s were like. And then they added spotty cell service and a shitty highway system and said, fuck it, we're done. Now, in the same way, the closest thing you can get to culture is really coming to Manchester. Now, Manchester is a place where you will find Limp Bizkit played unironically at
Nice.
bars on jukeboxes.
I love Limp Bizkit.
That shit happens. Yeah, in the summertime, it's great because it's nothing but wife beaters with chunky golden chains, people with tribal neck tattoos, chin-strap goatees, and every thought has got the tightest ponytail you can imagine. Now, I know I'm rocking one right now, but this shit pulls their head up. It's like these bitches will never need Botox. Their faces are just pulled up. It's thought central in the summer. And so when you have a place like this, that's the cultural side of things. You consider the median age is something like 44, and they actually need to actively state fund a program called Live, Work, Play New Hampshire to convince people under 30 not to go somewhere more interesting. Well, when you get stories like this, like I see this story, I'm like, man bites dog. I'm gonna guess that was. I'm gonna say that's Brian Hooksett. It's Brian Hooksett.
Doesn't
Maybe
say, does it?
Goffstown. No, it doesn't. And I mean, it could be anywhere. I mean, if it's Rochester, I'll be like, of course it's Rochester.
Rochester.
That was Rottenchester. No, if this happened in Rochester, I will tell you that this is just like probably one of 3 or 4 incidents this month of that happening there, and this one happened to get reported on. So yeah, Granite State, Live, Work, Play, New Hampshire. Guys, listen, if you're a young person about to graduate college, you're looking for an exciting career in house painting or nursing or house, that's about it. Come on out to New Hampshire. You know, there's plenty to do here. You can walk around in the woods, and when it snows, you can ski around in the woods, and then when it stops snowing, you can walk around in the woods some more.
I just
Pretty
really like
great.
saying Rochester.
I really like saying that we compete with Wyoming. Yeah, I think it's Wyoming and North Dakota. We compete with them annually for the highest consumption of alcohol, but we've only got 1.3 million residents. So we drink a lot. But we also compete with West Virginia in terms of number of DUIs. Anyway,
Really?
So, yeah. Oh, it's a great state with nothing to do, which is why we have heroin and alcohol.
Well,
Come on up if you like heroin and alcohol. We got loads of it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
It's
and
ridiculous.
apparently delicious dogs.
Yeah.
You just gotta pin one down and choke it out a bit,
Start
take a
gnawing
bite
on
out
it.
of it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've got regulations on Purina, so the shit comes up, and after they eat it for like 2.5 months, they just taste like cotton candy. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. So I was looking at something, and I realized we didn't do a promo video for today. Like, it just slipped my mind. I totally forgot all about it. I totally did. I feel like a fucking idiot.
And yet, how are we ranking in terms of talk shows on Twitch right now?
Well, I mean, like, our numbers are low compared to, like, last week. It's probably because we didn't do that announcement, but we're still number 7.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10. Fucking consistent top 10 talk shows on Thursday night on Twitch. I mean, like, I gotta cling on to whatever I can hold on to in this life, just like all of us, and I'm gonna hold on to that one for about an hour.
It's my bad. I bad producer. Bad producer. Yeah. No, it was frustrating, but whatever. It's been a crazy ass day. That's for fucking sure. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, fucking no Squiggums, not New Jersey,
New
New Hampshire. We've got shit people and amazing fentanyl.
You know, our population bites dogs, but our hardcore opiates.
No, I'm going to take this a step further. Here's the fun thing. While the rest of the country was freaking out about heroin, just a heroin crisis, we had fentanyl. We had fentanyl before anybody else did. And we're like, oh, fuck, fentanyl. This is worse. This is worse. Everyone's like, heroin is bad. Like, no, it's getting worse. No one listens to New Hampshire because why would you? And then fentanyl became a nationwide crisis. And you know what happened here? These fuckers found carfentanil. It's an even more potent version of fentanyl.
Oh,
They
that's
started
good.
shooting and snorting that shit all over town. We had ODs in like the half dozens by the day for about a month or two.
Wow.
It was amazing. So yeah, that's how sunny New England can be. And it's funny because Anna Hot Hearts she's moderating the chat. Now she's from Connecticut. Now they think they're actually New England, but everyone in New England knows that they're not. It's just kind of like you let them sit at the lunch table because where else are they going to sit? New York doesn't notice them, even though they root for the fucking Yankees, which is why they're not really New England. Now, given the fact that we are so into our fucking roided out heroin shots, would you really want to be a part of New England?
Not really. Yeah, not really. You know, you're still not in Discord?
Oh, no, I'm not. I opened this. Wait, I opened Discord. I just didn't do the extra step of going in the room.
Yeah. Oh,
There we go.
It's all good. Sweet.
See?
Yeah.
It's just that easy.
It's just that easy. But yeah, no, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Let's see. We had Shark Attack Bionic Arm. We had the Doomsday, We're All Gonna Die, and Man Bites a Dog. Just because.
Yeah, so it's... You know what it is? It's like we start like, hey, humanity can be pretty good, y'all. But it might end.
Right.
But don't worry, now don't you feel like maybe it ought to? You're welcome. It's
man.
full circle.
Yeah, you gotta have a flow. You gotta have, dare I say, a format?
So,
Okay,
first
no,
we're
sorry, I
bringing in-
just zoned out there for a second.
yeah. So, Bird Herd, I believe, is the first who needs to come in.
Bird Herd, yes. Let's get Bird in. It is Bird's turn.
See, look at that. We are a man of my word.
That's right. That's right. All right, let's bring him in. What's going on there, Bird Herd?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
it,
Oh, yeah. Except Nick's
Nick's
fuck it up.
Should be fine now. There we go.
All right, sweet. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
Good. Well,
Alive.
mostly good. It's cold. It's cold as fuck. This
I'm
garage.
fine. I've got heat back, so I mean, it's one of those things like you live in the wilderness long enough, and eventually you get to a point where you're like, yeah, I can appreciate even a modicum of society.
You know what I should do? During these
What?
shows, I should just do them in the house and make Mims and the kid hang out in the garage.
There you go. Oh, now we're fucking talking. I mean, I like this. Yeah. Who's I run this shit. I run the baby. Take the clip out. Take the clip out, baby.
So what's been going on with you this week, Bird Herd?
Well, a couple things. So I'm doing my student teaching this semester, and we had like an entire week off of school. And so in order to feel somewhat productive, I started doing a portrait of Fat Pat and Sophane.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's turning out really well. They retweeted it on Twitter, which made me super happy.
And then check this out now. Bring it up on screen, will you, Jeff?
I'm working on it.
There we go, boy.
But I had like a couple different comments on it, and pretty much all of them were positive, and I just felt so flattered, and it was very, very nice.
Well, listen, don't worry. We're about to feature your artwork on our show, so all that positivity shit you've been enjoying, that's over with.
Yeah, well, it's not finished yet, so I'm still kind of working on it. I also, for my printing class, Jeff, I made an intaglio print of you, and I was wondering if I sent you 2 copies, if you would keep one, and then I could have you sign the other and send it back to me.
I would be honored to do so. Yeah, please, by all means. Let's see. Let's put this up. This is great. This is really good.
I'm forgetting. No, I don't even know if they got one. So.
Oh yeah, I got a screen share with you, don't I? Here, hang on.
Yeah.
Screen. Bam. And we're back. There we go.
Oh.
Hell yeah. That's good.
Thank you.
Dude, Fane looks fucking rad.
Yeah. Patrick's
it looks
eyes were a little bit too high, so I like drug them down a little bit. I've worked on them like for a couple, probably about 10 more hours. I'm still like not even halfway done.
I don't know why, but for some reason this reminds me of like a Dark Horse comic panel.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the features are correct, except they're a little bit accentuated.
You know what's so
well,
crazy?
Except with Fane, he looks a little more like normal human being. I mean, I've met the man, and oh my god, yeah, oh wow, that's that man is a. Except when he gets in disguise and he tries to look like a normal person, just wears like a button down, no glasses, hair's combed and shit. It's like Mission Impossible. He'll just rip off the mask and the glasses are already on underneath it. And be like,
That's true. He actually doesn't really have eyes. Not really. Yeah.
No. They're kind of like it's weird. Like they're halfway between like cameras and just marbles in the midst of flesh. But then he puts glasses on and he looks like he's an accountant. So you're like, oh, whoa, you fooled me again, Fane.
There you go.
You know what's a trip too is so I went to Atlanta to go hang out with them and a bunch of other people as well, and I stayed at Fane's house, and Fat Pat and Sophane, like they say that they're characters, like these are just characters and whatnot, but I saw them just interacting normally in their regular environment. They're exactly like that. Like they might be slightly toned down, but not much. And once you get like a couple moonshines in them, they're exactly the fucking same. It's unreal. We had baller ass tacos. Oh my god.
Nice. I actually got Sophane to recommend some moonshine, and I tried it, and it's like the Sugarland Shine root beer flavor, and it is dangerously delicious, I love it.
Yeah.
Root beer is a dangerous flavor with alcohol in general because it's so strong, but it's like it's got that kind of really low tone sweetness to where any bitterness of whatever alcohol is in there, like whatever acerbic kind of punch that has, that root beer is just like, nope, just gonna make this myself, and it becomes more root beer. Like,
yeah.
Oh no. Well, that's why hard root beer was the first big like hard soda that people were coming out with, even though I'm going to start geeking out about this shit. Never mind.
Oh, just real quick, I've tried Not Your Father's root beer, which I've been told is the best, like, root beer flavor. No, Sugarland Shine's root beer flavor is the best, and it's like...
It gets you hammered quicker.
At least 3 times stronger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I mean, especially, Christ. Like, what kind of company are you keeping? Oh, is it... Yeah, all right, they like root beer soda. I'm apparently going to need some root beer moonshine.
Yeah, I just bought some for my friend. He's coming down from Nashville this weekend. I haven't seen him since Halloween. And I bought a bottle for him, well, a jar for him and a jar for me for this weekend for his Christmas present. So
yeah, that
he's
stuff
gonna be
is
super excited.
It's fucking dangerous. I mean,
Mhm.
that's why I was shocking them with a fucking stun gun when we were hanging out. Like, they gave me that shine, man. I just started going crazy and fucking shocking everything. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post a thing in the general though, because you seem to be somebody who likes their flavored alcohols and such, and also because I was rereading some of the shit today. So there's a link right there to my beer and liquor reviews, and if you want to find some
Awesome.
interesting shit to drink, there's 2 years worth of without fail five columns a week for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Cataloging my own drinking habits, which anybody who knows me knows are extensive.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
go find some fun shit there.
I was always
Awesome. Thank you.
the thing that always drove me crazy was when I was younger and starting to like really drink my ass off and party it up with people. There was a time where everybody wanted to drink nothing but butter shots. And that is the most disgusting shit on the planet. It's butterscotch schnapps, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fucking
What the-
disgusting.
What kind of, I don't even need to know what kind of people.
Well-
The role players, SCA and Vampire the Masquerade role players.
Did
Yeah.
they pretend that it was like they were in Harry Potter land for a moment? And it's like butterbeer. It's like, no, that's not what they meant.
No, it was mostly larger women stuffed into corsets, pouring butter shots all over each other's tits and drinking it, licking it off and shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Rhino, by the way, our wino says he needs a cement mixer. At first I'm tempted to say no, but then I'm tempted to say Streamlabs.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what a cement mixer is, Jeff?
No.
Okay.
What is a cement mixer?
No, you'll find out.
I'm gonna look it up.
It'll be wonderful.
I'm looking it up.
Oh. So, Jeff, did you hear me earlier whenever I was talking about the intaglio print that I made?
Yeah. No, I would be honored. I'm super into it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I wrote down some questions because
Yeah.
I wanted to have something to talk about whenever I got on. But
I like this. In fact, I'm going to encourage, if you want to jump into the Discord, like write your questions out, and they can't all be art traps gay.
Yeah.
I'm not stepping on Dankula's game here. No.
Jeff, real quick. So how often do you usually ship out the hats for like the Patreon perks? Because I'm really looking forward to one.
Once a month, and the
Okay.
ones that are supposed to be coming out for the last cycle, I have them made. I just haven't taken them to the post office. It's been fucking unreal the past few weeks. So I'll get those mailed out within like 2 days. I'll get them mailed out before the weekend. So
Awesome.
yeah. No, I'm trying to get better about it. There's been a few months where it was like, I look at the date and I realize that I have exactly, 32 hours before the month is over and I haven't fucking mailed a hat. And I'm like, fuck, no. That's the worst. Or like if I paid rent and I have to ship some internationally, I'm like, fuck, damn it. I have to use a fucking credit card to ship it to Ireland or something.
Ugh, that's rough. I also wanted to say that I think that both of you are hilarious, and Nick, I'm also the Nightosphere on Twitch, and I thought that it was really cool that you knew what that was.
Oh,
and Adventure
yeah.
Time
Oh,
favorite cartoon shows.
I'm steeped in the lore of Adventure Time because there is so
yeah.
much goddamn lore. That's what I love about it.
Oh yeah, and I've actually cosplayed Marceline before. So like I painted myself blue and I made an axe base out of like foam core or foam board.
That's awesome.
And it
Nice.
looks really awesome.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I love that show too because I'm constantly trying to turn my kid on to shit. In fact, it's like she's gotten into anime recently, so I think I may need to lock her in a room for a month to keep her safe, just so she can detox. But no, it's funny. Well, it's funny because like I wanted to show. I'm thinking like, all right, what's appropriate for a 9-year-old? Inuyasha, that could be fun, right? I'm
That
looking
was my
up.
first one.
Yo, I'm looking up Inuyasha, and she sees Samurai Champloo, Like,
Oh no.
and she's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, And I'm thinking like, well, let's look at the preview, and then we watch the preview, and she's like, "I want to watch that." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, we'll watch that." I'm down to watch Samurai Champloo through again.
It's a good anime.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, and the thing is too, is it's less awkward watching it with your 9-year-old daughter than Fooly Cooley.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. She got me into Adventure Time. I was like, oh god, not this retarded looking shit. Wait, what's going on here? What the fuck? And so yeah, good taste.
Still haven't seen Samurai Champloo.
You need to watch Samurai Champloo.
I know.
It's a really good one. The funny thing is, as a part of my student teaching, I'm supposed to like attend staff meetings and clubs, and so I'm going to be an art teacher. And so my art teacher doesn't actually have an art club; she has a mythology club. But in it, it's just full of otaku kids, and I got to seem like the really cool teacher because I was like, "Oh yeah, I know that anime." And then there was one girl that was like, "Yeah, I saw Black Butler whenever I was 7," and I'm like, "Ooh, that is way out of your age range." Didn't say it, tried to hold it in, but it's just like, because I watched fucked up stuff whenever I was a kid too. But
that's the thing too. I caught I'm always forgetting his name. It's kind of gonna sound like a weird segue, but it's not. But there's a YouTube comedian, Russell something or other, I caught, and he had a whole bit about how kids these days. He's like, yeah, like what it's like 1 out of 4 kids film losing their virginity these days. I'm like, well, that's fucked up. And his joke on that one too is like, who is that fucking confident when you're losing that? But I mean, if we're hearing about like if that kind of shit is happening and kids are getting that kind of fucked up, I mean, if they're just watching weird anime, that means that they're probably not doing that horrible shit. So it's
That's
like,
true.
hey. Yeah,
That's a
it's
good
like,
point.
you know what? All right, listen, you're 8. I think you're ready for Cowboy Bebop. You need to know what noir is. You need to know what tragedy and loss means. And you need to learn the meaning of stoicism because you're a child in this world. So
I mean,
here.
if you're worried about your 12-year-old like filming himself losing his virginity, all you really have to do is get him hooked on playing D&D. It buys you at least 4 years, man.
I think it was actually his follow-up joke to it at some point, though. He said he thinks the cure to all of it is he thinks kids should be made to watch their parents have sex.
Ah.
He's like, I know it sounds fucked up, right? Sounds fucked up, but think about it. If that's what they see and they associate it, honestly, as awkwardly as it should be, well, then maybe they won't go filming it. Maybe they won't be bukkakeing each other at 14. Small price to pay.
yeah.
It was a good
There was a comedian that I saw, and he had kind of the same like joke up to that, but then his like resolve to it was just put him in band and him play the trombone. No one's gonna want to fuck that kid.
Right. Fucking hell.
I'm actually looking it up right now because I would honestly recommend giving it a watch because the dude's act is just great. Russell Howard? I think it was Russell Howard, yeah.
YFet says,
I love comedians, so thank you. I'm always looking for one.
It's called, his special on Netflix is called Recalibrated. I watched it the other night. It was great. He's talking about like he's in Africa trying to do like a World Aid thing. And this one woman starts singing like, "Thank you, Jesus, for sending us." He's not really sure how to handle it. And at some point he tries turning it over to Old MacDonald. And this one kid looks and is like, "What is an EIEIO?" I don't know. I'm just trying to save Africa.
So YOFET says, I got laid doing the Vampire the Masquerade LARP in Spokane. You know what, man? I too got laid doing a Vampire the Masquerade LARP, and I don't feel very good about it, honestly. It's been 20 years, and when I think back on that night, I think I might have a little PTSD at this point.
Was she or he more of the John Carpenter style vampire than perhaps the Twilight style that you were hoping for?
Well, there was no Twilight back then. It was Have you ever? Okay, so
Get off.
you've had a very you've had a full sex life. We'll put it that way, right, Nick?
You could say that. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever come across somebody who had a very shallow vagina?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That's why she had a very shallow vagina, like 2.5 inches in, and there was cervix.
Well,
Like,
you
yeah.
must have felt like a champion.
I did. Oh, I did. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
Damn. Oh my god. I had no
Would that
idea.
even be like comfortable though?
No.
For who?
For either. No. It wasn't comfortable for either. I mean, I felt like a champ as far as like length, but I mean, she also had a large vagina, but it was very shallow.
Yeah.
So like all around, it just didn't work.
Well, that's the one little thing I find about sex, and this is a joke. I'm stealing another joke here. So if you guys hear it again, congratulations. You watch the same things as me. But if you like, you watch porn and it's like, oh, beautiful bodies slapping together, bang, 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 so hot, right? If you like, if you ever watch like your own porn, right? This is a weird thing, and I've had people, I've had girls ask like, hey, we need to film ourselves and watch ourselves fuck while we fuck, like. Why? We're both much flabbier than we would like to think we are. We're not as good at this as we'd like to think we are. And that will come through in this amateurish footage we produce for ourselves. Do you really want to go through that? Because I'm not sure I do. It's like, human sex, let's be honest, it's wonderful, but it's also exceptional. It's possibly one of the most awkward and hilarious things that we do as a species, especially if you look at what it really looks like most times than not. Have you ever been with Jeff? Have you ever been with a woman, or actually, Bird? You decided you wanted to be a guest on this show, so here we are. Let's get into this. Well, have you ever been with somebody who you just didn't actually fit with? You go classic missionary, and for some reason, that thing and this thing are like malaligned, so you got to get in this really weird position to make it work, and then the rest of the time you got to just figure out how not to fuck that up. What the fuck about human sexuality makes sense?
Yeah, luckily, my fiance has a big dick. He's the only one that I've ever been with, so.
Oh, he is, and there's no chance he's listening right now. And you realize Valentine's is coming up, and you're feeling lazy. So you're gonna just kind of sugarcoat.
I will definitely show him and brag that I was on the Saints.
I just can't. I just can't stop thinking about that girl's enormous shallow vagina. I really can't stop thinking about it. But like the thing though, like what I keep coming back to is like. So, the old adage, like, there's somebody out there for everyone, right? Like, somewhere there is the perfect person to match another person. Like, that's just, it's an idealist dream. But, like, let's say, for instance, it's true. If that's true, then this woman with a fucking giant shallow vagina is looking out there somewhere. There's a man who wants love, and he has a cock like a hockey puck.
Chode, yeah. No,
that's a word.
She was designed by the Lord to please and be pleased by the human chode. And madam, if you're listening now, you probably followed Jeff's career for a long time because he kept punching your cervix and you've been plotting revenge ever since. I would say realize that there are entire YouTube channels run by human chodes, and out there somewhere is the chode for you. To you, I wish you nothing but the best of luck in finding love and an appropriately sized micro penis.
I love our chat, man. Now there's a couple of people who are like, she was made for me. Well, that's what we do here on YouTube, Saints. We make magic.
Matchmaker.
Stranger too, I'll say honestly, the whole pinkies up emoji that we were able to come up with is taking on a very strange sort of association in my mind as I'm considering this conversation. So there we are. Are you still feeling like pleased, contented? Do you still think making sure that you could get on the show was a good idea, Bird?
I do. I do. I really do. I've
I mean,
enjoyed myself tonight.
This is no. I'll tell you, this is far better than my patron stream last night. There was a point in which people were discussing like little. I'm not even gonna get into it. Actually, you can go watch it, and then you can unsubscribe from my channel and be like, well, at least they're giving you money because I'm not giving you views anymore. So,
Oh boy.
what's a it's a fashionable thing to do now.
Well, hey, Bird, is there anything you want to shill, you want to promote before we let you go?
Sure, I've got two things. One for me, and then one for poisoning the well that like no one knows about.
Okay.
So for me, I'm Birdherd at at Birdherd on Twitter, and then for poisoning the well, they have a podcast. Let me see what website it's on. devilsbusiness.net. If you for some reason ever run out of live streams like I did whenever I was listening to them for hours and doing this portrait, devilsbusiness.net. They've got a podcast with like probably about 50 episodes, and they're all hilarious.
Ooh.
And it's got like Patrick and Aaron, and then it's got their friend Nick as well, and sometimes Zach is on it.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
Because
Hell
I mean, you can tell it's good because I've never been invited to it. What the fuck, Pat?
I don't think they really do it anymore, though.
Aaron.
No, they don't. They don't do it anymore. The last episode was like 9 months ago because
actually,
they
hold
started doing live streams.
Yeah, I just noticed actually. Yeah, that last picture just there though. That's believe it or not, that hipster, that Death Cab for Cutie fan you see,
Mhm.
that is in fact Sophane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is so fine.
And he looks even weirder now because, like, when he goes out as his true self, his secret identity as it was, he looks even more normy. It's terrifying. It's like you could work at a bank. How do you do that?
That's a mask, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, the glasses are still on underneath.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the way he blends the makeup around the eyelids and the eyebrows, so you don't even see the tips of the spikes poking through the foam rubber. And the thing
I'm
not a
sure-
lot of people know is his head is actually really tiny, so he can put normal size head masks on, and you won't even see the glasses because it's like it's like a helmet to him. He's got a little baby head. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you guys know this, but other people might not. He used to be like a nightclub promoter, so that's kind of where his persona came from.
Yep.
But
Well, I mean, I know Pat and Fane pretty well. I talk with them whenever possible because they're just fucking awesome people. And
Gems.
But when you do find out, like, when you find out their sort of backgrounds and histories, and you realize that the two of them collided to create Poisoning the Well, you're like, yeah, neither of you had any choices in life really when it came to this moment and this thing. You were destined for this shit. So.
yeah.
That's good.
Thank you guys for having me on. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Always a
Glad you
pleasure.
came up. Yeah. It was our pleasure. All right, take care, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
All right.
Sweet.
Yeah, see, look, we can't look, everybody. See, we follow through on our obligations
That's right.
when I remember them.
And
Thanks to me checking Twitter once or twice in a while.
there's that whole hat thing I got to deal with too. I need to start wearing my shitlord hat again because the branding of like the hats aren't going to make sense if I don't start wearing that fucking hat in videos again. But the thing is like when I wear a hat now, is the fucking way I cut my hair, it looks like I have a mullet. So I guess I just got to kind of rock it. I don't know. I know.
Yeah, or you just not cut your hair.
Mr. Tickle Trunk says, "Did you guys tweet that the show was happening?" Nope, didn't do that either.
I did.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh,
Nick did.
but I only did it from my own account, so I'll do it from the other one, so like people can jump in and catch the last third of the show.
Yep, that's right. That's what's happening. So we're gonna do some rolling.
There we go.
Is the
Like
Discord
we-
patron only? No, the Saints Discord is very, very public. Anybody can
We
join.
don't have a Patreon.
Yeah, no, and yeah, the Saints. We don't. This show does not have a Patreon. We don't plan to have a Patreon. Like we work for tips. That's all we do.
Also, buy our shit, namely mugs. We're working on getting more shit. Promise.
Oh yeah, we should
I
really
thought
do that this week. We need to fucking make it. We need to get a shirt. We need to get a shirt.
The problem is we take the show so seriously that it's hard to take the show seriously.
Yeah. That is actually kind of a thing.
Yeah, but if you got an iPhone, especially one with a broken screen, yeah, because those are the best iPhones, get one of the cases. I mean, it's not going to protect the screen anymore, but you can, especially if your name is like Becky or something, right? You go out drinking on a Friday night and you need to cry into that broken iPhone, which in my opinion, that needs to be the new mascot for the United States. A drunk bitch crying into a broken iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
It says it all. But yeah, but I mean, like when people see you doing that and they'll be like, wait a second, what's that image behind there? Oh shit, that sounds like an awesome show. Thank you, Becky.
Yeah. Mizukuken says, I did send you an addition to your ASMR video, Mr. Hemlock. Where'd you send it? I'm gonna send it to me like on Discord or something. Like that's usually the easiest. But second up on the show, we've got Zero Burn 75. What's going on, man?
He's muted.
He's muted and he's deafened. He's
he can't hear us telling him not to until the delay on Twitch catches up.
Yeah. As he's Helen Kellered on us. Hey, what's up there?
Sorry. Really? You're gonna give me the Helen Keller as I come in? That's So first of all, I want to come on here and I want to say thank you to the Saints.
Aw.
Thank you to the Saints because 2 weeks ago when I was on, I mentioned this to Jeff. I said that I was interviewing for a job, and the week or like 2 days after I was on the Saints, I got the job.
Hell yeah. That's magic right there, man. It's magic.
Hallelujah. Praise the format. Praise the format, Jesus.
Praise be to the format.
Hey, everybody, pinkies up, or if you don't got the pinkies emoji in chat, let's hit some ones. Congratulations to Zero Burn for nailing the job. Good job, buddy.
Have you started yet?
No, start February the 26th.
Alright, you biting your nails then, huh?
Honestly, no. I mean, I'm currently employed, so...
Would have loved to hear that you were excited about the job, Zero Burn. I mean, whatever.
I'm very excited about the job.
Jesus, I take it all back.
No, I'm very excited about the job because it's different. It's something different, and it's dealing with insurance, medical insurance, stuff like that, and that's something that's completely outside of what I'm used to.
I worked in effectively that industry myself, and it's fucking complicated, and it's a bit of a nightmare, but it is not outside of anyone's capability of learning, and I'm sure they'll be training the shit out of you.
Oh, absolutely. 11 weeks worth.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine.
And you get paid for training.
Is it a call center?
Absolutely.
I have to ask.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh,
and I'm doing.
You are gonna be a benefits administrator, aren't you?
That I will be. I will actually be doing. I'll actually be doing welcome calls. I'll be doing outbound.
Yeah. Outbound. Oh shit. All right. That's actually. I mean, that's a bit different, and also it's like it's not like it's a cold call kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You get a list of people to call. So.
Oh no, actually, so you'll be much better off, man. I worked in an inbound call center where I was doing healthcare administration. Holy fuck. I'm not the insurance company, I'm not their employer, but I'm the one who handles their benefits, but I gotta do it in 7 minutes or less, otherwise I'd get fired.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but with that even, man, there was a time, and a quick story aside, hopefully you'll never have to go through this. I had a woman call 5 minutes or less before my shift was over, sitting there. Thing goes off in my ear. I take the call. She spends about a half an hour or so grilling me, having me go over and over and over and over her life insurance policy, right? Wants to know who her beneficiaries are. Needs me to check all the records, all this shit. I'm starting to get fucking annoyed, but I'm like, yes, ma'am, I'd be happy to look that up for you.
Yes, I will gladly kiss your ass.
No, it wasn't even that. After we get through all of this shit, right? You know what she tells me? She takes this big sigh of relief. Thank you so much. I have terminal cancer and I'll be dead in the next week or two. I needed to make sure that my abusive as fuck ex-husband wasn't getting any of my life insurance, that my kids would be okay. I'm like,
oh,
okay. Okay. Well, is there anything else I can do for you? Okay, well, thank you very much for calling, and you have a wonderful day.
Ooh,
Yeah,
boy.
I get off the line
Yeah,
and I'm done for the day, and I'm walking out, and they're like, "Hell, have a nice day. Go fuck yourself. Don't talk to me." I'm driving. I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, no, salary benefits. I just was the last voice to reassure a woman that like everything's gonna be okay after she dies imminently. I need to stop at the liquor store.
you're right. That's one of those 2 bottle kind of nights.
Yeah, that was a. But I mean, you're doing outbound, so like if they tell you that they have cancer, you can be like, well, I did this to myself.
Well, it's not just that, but it's one of those things where I dealt with watching my mother deteriorate and deal with all of her insurance stuff when she had pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have an interest in helping the people that you call then.
Absolutely. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing it. My sister actually got me the job,
Nice.
helped me get the job. She works there and her wife works there, separate departments, but they got me on there and they were like, yeah, this will be a cakewalk for you because you like helping people,
Yeah,
which I do.
that's
You
a
know,
good thing, actually. And that's, it's encouraging too. Well, it's encouraging if anybody out there like realize that when you call to enroll in benefits or some shit, or you're going to call like an insurance company, there is actually a chance that the person on the other end of the line is genuinely going to give a shit about helping you out. That's a pretty cool thing.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's with any customer service position though. It's
Ideally.
Well, in the position that I'm currently in, I'm, taking complaints and stuff pretty much for 5,000 stores across the country. And it is literally like working in the Porta-John business. I catch shit all day long. It's terrible. And there are days that I come home and my wife is just like, my wife would look at me and go, why don't you just find a new job?
Yeah.
And
Now
it
you
finally it took them passing me up for 3 different promotions for me to go, okay, you promised me chance for advancement. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Also, man, you got to update your resume, like under skills that you learned at that last job of yours. Yeah? It's like putting up with extraordinary amounts of bullshit, and employers in the future will just be like, "Oh, we value that. We really do."
we have a lot of bullshit, so you're the man for us.
God, I mean, like, I don't even like working with me. Holy shit, you are perfect for this job.
Yeah. So
report to human resources and start doing that thing right away.
Exactly.
So,
congratulations to you, Jeff.
Yeah.
You've gotten into any new games as of late? I've never heard Nick talk about getting into video games, but
so what I've been doing lately, I mean, I still do, like, I do my city's morning streams, obviously, and I still fucking love doing it. I've been helping somebody test out a ARC server a little bit. We got the Saints Discord has its own Rust server. And all those are great. I love those ones, but they do take a whole lot of time. And they're not really necessarily the types of things that I can play quickly. But a very kind and wonderful person sent me Cuphead for Christmas, and I fucking love that game. That game is incredible. Absolutely nuts.
I have heard that it is a great game, and I have recently fallen out of love with Destiny 2, amongst other reasons. The fact that microtransactions are a thing.
Yeah, it was 3 weeks into Destiny 2, and I was pissed, man.
And the thing is, they throttled everything. I just got done with this newest season's first faction rally, and I barely got all the gear.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no, I'm done. Until they fix this shit, I'm done.
Yeah,
so I've actually started playing The Division again.
It's a good game. It's a good game. It's too bad that they didn't keep really going with it. The other two things that I've been doing off and on is a good friend of ours in the show, JT Yearsley. His video card died. Oh yeah, shit. I need to send him that $30 towards a video card. And I am actually going to be trying to take up a collection to help him get that fixed. But he can only play Left 4 Dead 2 now. So I've been playing that with him, and I bought Nick a copy of that game so we can play with him.
Yeah. Actually, I need to check that game out because it's fully downloaded now. So.
It's fun, dude. It's really fun. And then the other one is a really good buddy of mine. Shares a passion for fighting games with me, but fighting games on PC fucking suck. So we've been playing Soul Calibur 4 over the PS3, and that is some fun shit. Really, we're both awful at it. Terrible.
Old school, man. Old school.
Yeah, because any of the Soul Calibur games were off the chain. I loved them all.
Oh yeah, 6 is coming out, and I am fucking stoked. Super stoked. I will get a PS4 one way or another just to fucking play that game. I really will.
Is it only going to be available on PS4? I haven't heard.
No, it's coming out for everything. PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and I think they're all coming out at the exact same time. But I still, like, you can't find anybody to fucking fight on PC fighting games, so, and I like PlayStation more than I like Xbox.
I mean, I'm an Xbox guy, but I'm typically an Xbox guy unless I've got friends that play on PlayStation, which I actually got rid of my PlayStation 3-4 months ago because I never played it.
Yeah.
But it literally was a glorified Blu-ray player is all it was.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Tickle Trunk says, Jeff, if you promise to give it a shot, I'll buy you Subnautica. I actually, so I was doing a morning stream this morning, and Subnautica came up, and they were talking about how it is VR enabled. And I was like, holy shit, that's amazing. And so I actually went, and it doesn't show up on my Steam list because I bought it through the Oculus store. But yeah, I am going to be trying that. I might try it out tonight. And if I do, I will stream it so you can watch me poop my pants, okay?
yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Fuck it.
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Might as
Oh,
well.
yeah, boy. Might as well. Ain't no reason not to, baby.
Yeah,
Ain't no
boy.
reason not to. Take the clip out, baby. Just take the clip out.
Yeah.
So,
But,
I mean, I'm terrified of the ocean, so I'm sure it's gonna make me poop my pants.
oh, okay, Truman. I had no idea.
Thalassophobia
Well,
like
I
a
mean,
motherfucker.
This can give you that
I will find
experience of what it can be like to get to get that close to a shark and potentially get your arm bitten off without actually having it happen.
That's a good
Yeah,
point. Hey.
Yeah,
I didn't even think
but-
about that.
Yeah, but you could also, like, I mean, then you'll get jealous because you'll be like, you'll look at your own meat hand and you'll be like, you could be made of carbon fiber and titanium right now.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why? So, like, I wish I believed in God so I could tell him he's an asshole for giving me such a subpar arm. This thing is like, yeah. The man became God and then began attaching shit to himself, and just wait until we get into the modifications. So that being said, Zero Burn, I mean, congratulations on the job.
Yeah, buddy.
Glad to hear about that.
Thank you,
And I am really glad. It feels really good to know that our show definitely was why that happened. So
Dude,
that being-
absolutely. No, I attribute it completely to that.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
and you tell all your new, and here's the thing, you tell all your new coworkers that, and you get them to watch the show, and then Human Resources needs to have a talk with you at a certain point. But up until then, congratulations.
I was
Now,
going to say, Nick, I live in Virginia, so yeah, I'm in a very limited club when it comes to this type of humor.
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, well, we saw and we looked, and this boy said he didn't believe in God. Like, boy, oh, the one with the long hair, the long-haired one with the beard, yeah, that boy.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, well, that being the case, I mean, you got what? So congratulations once again. You got anything you want to promote, shill, pimp?
Absolutely not. I've got nothing. The last time I shilled a couple of my channel and the wrestling channel that I watch, but I got nothing this time.
Well, then do it again.
Well, I mean, like I said last time, my channel, I still haven't gotten anything going because it's just my equipment is subpar at this point, and I'm not going to put out a subpar product.
No, at the same time though, like, you know, you've got like you're basically taking Edindro's joke and taking the next logical step. It's like, I'm not just gonna say I'm not going to do content. I haven't done any. Subscribe.
Yeah, right. Yeah, subscribe. It is coming, I promise. And then Steven Larson's Going in Raw podcast. They're really funny guys. If you need anything, any knowledge about wrestling, or you don't get a chance to watch and you want to know what's going on, listen to their podcast on either any podcast app or write it on YouTube at Going in Raw. Steven Larson's Going in Raw.
Yeah, just, you know what, even better, guys, if you want to find this podcast, it's really easy. Go to Google right now and just put in Going in Raw, and then click on the first link you find.
I mean, you could Bing it and video search it.
Yeah, no matter what you find, you won't be disappointed. You'll probably be like, wow, I didn't know there was that kind of show. What is he doing? Wow. Human body is really elastic.
Hey, why is it shaped like a hockey puck?
That woman is bleeding quite a bit.
Save that one for Pornhub. Save that one for Pornhub.
Well, sweet man, we appreciate it.
We'll get there, sweetie. As Jeff was saying. Fuck. Don't give me. Oh, all right, come on, Jeff. You gotta tighten it up here, buddy. Keep giving me these, like, I just called him sweetie, so it's like, all right, honey bear, thank you for stopping in. The Midweek Saints here.
I feel dirty now.
Yeah. I hope so. For all I know, you're one of the fuckers that keeps trying to get me to read that goddamn slash fic. So you know what?
Well, no.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let that be a warning to all of you. I will call you sweet nothings if you dare try that shit.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
All right. Yeah, y'all have a good night.
Cheers. Right. Do you want to hang out with the chat for a minute while I take a piss?
I suppose. Hello, chat. What do you, oh, God. Pornhub Saints. No, it's going to happen. I'm not reading that fan fiction, though. Now, here's a fun thing I came up with an idea with, and we're going to need to vet it because it's an IP, because it's, you know, I mean, like, we could technically sue the person who wrote that. We could act like, you know, we're Disney or something. But, you know, it's a fun thing I was thinking of. If I know a couple people who are game devs. I'm sure we've probably got some, you know, aspiring devs, people who know how to make games of some kind, this or other. If you sick fucks get together and decide to make a visual novel game out of that horrible shit, we'll sell it. I will stay clear the fuck away from it. I know how to avoid STDs pretty well, but we'll sell it. And anybody who's actually been involved in the creation of that thing, we'll fuck a profit share on that shit. Because I mean, if we got to have merch, we got to go really weird, right? We got to stand out in the crowd. And now, yeah, Anna Hot Hearts did a dramatic reading, and of course, if you're here, go and subscribe to Anna Hot Hearts. If you can tolerate my material, you can probably tolerate hers too. It's similar in many ways, except I just sit on camera and do it off the top of my head, and she writes her shit. So, but yeah, so there's been a reading of it. But if anybody is interested, we'll have a mod put a special room together, a task force. Yeah, because that always works out well. But we're gonna put a special room together, maybe to maybe see about getting a game produced. Wouldn't that be fun?
What's up?
Oh, nothing. It's just, you know, it's just kind of brokering high-power business deals in the gaming world with the chat. I wouldn't even like. Liviana says I'm not getting no hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs unless they're like kosher Franks, you know. See. Although I do, yeah, well, I like bacon cheeseburgers too, though. Some really bad Jew, which makes me an American Jew, but all the same, I was actually telling them, and I think we should put a room together for it. If we can get the right writers, artists, and devs together, as much as I find that thing to be horrible, I think maybe a production of that slash fic as a visual novel would be something we could sell. I don't even know what happened. Oh, I don't even know. I can talk about it because I made the smart choice, Jeff. I didn't read it, and anytime anybody starts reading it in the Discord or anywhere else, I switch off. I just go and listen to like fucked up music videos.
You gotta listen to Anahata read it. It's amazing. No, it's amazing.
I'm sure, but no, it's gonna be. I'm staking this down as my own forced meme here, Jeff. I will sell this and I will make money on it somehow, but I will never know the contents.
You know, it's not the only one, right? You know, they've written like probably 4 of them now.
How? Oh my god, we could have a whole fucking game series. I'm loving this idea more and more.
Yeah, it just needs to be like a visual novel, and we can put it on. Yeah, that's
what I said. Yeah,
that's great. That's a great idea.
We'll put a team together, make a visual novel. Everybody who actually contributes to it gets a chunk of what the sales ultimately end up being, because you're gonna end up just getting your friends' money anyway. Because how many people could really want this kind of thing? But I mean, it would really suck if like our enemies found it and then decided to make fun of it, and then all of their fans went and bought it for the cheap price of like $3.99, and like tens of thousands of people bought this game just to pwn the shit out of it. I mean, my God, I don't
That'll
think
show
I could
us.
recover from that.
Damn.
I'd be like, I would have to take so many $100 bills to wipe the fucking tears away, and that's how you make money.
So somebody was reading the new one, and you left the voice chat because they started reading it.
Mm-hmm.
What was the thing that triggered you the most? Was it being called Nick Coon?
No, I didn't even hear that much. I just realized what was going on because I know a reading voice when I hear it. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, I know what this is. I'm gonna go listen to music videos, because I made a point that it's not even I don't want to. It's that I can't let myself, because I've made this much of a point of doing it. Yeah. And so I went and fucked off and listened to music videos, which I kind of wanted to do anyway. And then like, you can come back. I'm like, no, I got a really good playlist building here. And I did, which is why I didn't come back in.
I'm trying to find it.
And that's Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
My God.
Yeah, our Not Safe for Work channel.
It's not safe for not work.
Oh yeah, it's not on the stream. Okay, that's good.
Was that Natalie Mars?
Yeah, I think that's Natalie Mars.
All right then. Yeah. I mean, that's. I'm once again reaffirmed in my decision to not use Discord any more than I have to. So let's bring in another person now that we're bringing this up. Maybe we can. You can screen share with them. You can bring them into a Skype call, and they can see the kind of shit you're into, Jeffrey.
No, that's okay. It's all good. We're not gonna do that. All right, let's roll again. Let's see. How long have I missed? Yeah, I'm sorry, White So Serious 80. We didn't announce it or anything. Like, we just went on. I'm an idiot. It's my fault.
Still, we got 79 people watching right now, so that ain't so bad.
Nah, that's not so bad. And it's 79 of our closest friends anyway. So let's roll. We got 24 in. Number 1, Alchemic Terror Gator.
Oh. I like that. It's kind of triggering all kinds of NSA alarms.
How did that song go? Interior crocodile alligator. What the fuck? Shit. Okay, I have to look it up now. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. There we go. Okay. I knew I could remember.
Oh, fuck. I'm trying to switch over my audio. Shit.
Hey, there you are.
You did a fine job. I can hear you.
Fuck. I was not expecting to hop in. I literally just jumped on right now.
Oh, sweet. Well, that's good fucking timing then. I like a man who's punctual.
Oh. I never thought about the alphabetic nature of the waiting room in response to what the actual statistical advantage that certain letters might have over others might be.
Well, what did you guys roll?
1.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, you were at the top of the list.
Yeah, I was like 10 seconds behind on the stream. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. How's it going, man? How's your week been? How's your father?
Doing pretty all right. Today I managed to sort out school stuff. Just got back from supper with my sister, and yeah, I came back and realized you guys were on.
What's the difference between supper and dinner?
Dinner is effort.
Effort. Like if you put more effort into it, it becomes a supper?
Yeah, pretty much. Or at least you're eating something a little bit more elevated than the traditional ham sandwich.
We need,
of
you know,
sadness.
I've been listening to a lot of Jordan Peterson lately, and I think what we need to do is look to the parables offered to us by way of Little Mermaid, which represents the Last Supper, to understand why it wasn't called the Last Dinner.
Stop the ass kissing.
I don't know about that there, Nick. I think you need to do a little bit more examination of the...
I don't really know if you understand fully what you're talking about here. The legend of Pinocchio with his growing nose, that's the growth of mankind's aspirations to the stars to find God, as elicited in Beauty and the Beast. See? Yeah, I know my shit. I'm no slouch. Huh?
Fucking damn it.
I hate that man's voice. I really fucking do.
I'm an adjunct professor at the University of Toronto, even though I'm banned from the country of Canada altogether. There's a reason I haven't given a lecture recently. It's kind of a international law thing. Yeah. But aside from that, no. I mean, I was his understudy for years. And listen, I can tell you shit about Finding Nemo that would make you believe that Job really did kill his son. Because that's the story of Finding Nemo. Don't you know? Yeah. And that's why you gotta clean your room. And that's why you gotta clean your room. No, I've never known a better drummer than Animal, except that one guy from Def Leppard.
But, Rick Allen. God damn it.
Oh, God.
But even he understands the value of Disney classics.
And heroin and beating his wife.
Well, the thing is that the duality of man is represented in Snow White by the virtue that she is saved by the 7 dwarfs, who are supposed to represent the 7 deadly sins, but that the ability to be dangerous is what allows you to put Jeffrey to sleep on a live show. I win. I win again. See, this is why.
Jess is just slowly crawling into a bottle in the corner.
Yeah. So no. So I'm gonna be the one to give a shit about what's going on with you. What's going on with you, Alchemic Interrogator? I mean, well, Jeff comes back in fashion. Well, then the thing is that when Pinocchio. So what's up with you? How are things?
Like I said, going actually pretty good. Still fighting, trying to get the whole school shit sorted. Finally got over the TSI scores that my last college refused to transfer over with my transcript, things that should have gone with it. Finally got that sorted, but now I have to get financial aid sorted. So, but I at least got some fun classes for this next semester, so that's nice.
What are they?
I went ahead and took a introductory philosophy course. Idea, thanks to you, because made me remember that I've never taken philosophy in college.
Oh yeah, because I didn't get to take philosophy in college, so yeah.
Hey, it came up last night.
No, I mean, I'm glad, honestly, if I actually inspired you to go and learn about something that sounded interesting to you, I'm thank you for saying so. I feel good about that.
I've always actually loved philosophy in and of itself. I have all the stupid little pop philosophy things I've watched through on YouTube and whatnot, but I've actually got quite a few books on the side. I'm hoping to try and grill my professor over actually some of the philosophical implications of alchemy, the old books and stuff talking about it, because while the mysticism is kind of fun, and I know it's kind of part of my little name on here and everything, a lot of it was a lot of philosophical personal growth type stuff. And I've been fascinated with the, that side of alchemy for many years and such.
Cool. Yeah. There's one really good benefit to a philosophy class too. Really easy to get laid.
Unfortunately, online. So.
Meh.
No, you could be yeah. It's like, hey baby, you want to get together and find out who goes deeper? Boom! Wait, where are you going? God damn it! All right, fine. Pornhub it is again, I suppose. Study and then Pornhub. That's the nature of college. So you're lying. You're not going to a philosophy class?
Wait, no. I'm going to the philosophy class. It's just online lectures and everything.
Online. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said I'm lying. I'm like, wow. I felt so good that I inspired someone. And
no.
You're trying.
No, my broke ass, shoelace express. I can't exactly walk. What is it? 9 hours a day to get to class. So.
Oh no, that's fair. You know you should do though, and if you find yourself interested enough, because I've done this. I mean, we've got a couple colleges around, and like they're nothing special. But there was a while in which I would actually just find out what the lecture schedule was for a given day, and if I had nothing to do, I'd just go down and sit in on the lecture because you could do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just go
auditing courses.
Yeah, I mean, auditing courses is great, and I mean, just going and sitting in on lectures. Even after I got booted out of St. Anselm for not having money, like I'd go and just audit classes. Well, not classes. I'd actually just go and sit on lectures. But even those were great. Just sitting in this big auditorium, and you're getting these wonderful fucking presentations. And it was funny too because my friend, well, he goes by Panty Shot. If you're in the part of the Discord, he's one of the mods there. Panty Shot. He's a buddy of mine, old friend. His father was the head of the philosophy department, the humanities department, I think, or one of the two. At St. Anselm, and it would be interesting because I'd go in and just like listen to this guy lecture for like an hour and a half about Aristotle and Plato and all the classics and all the originals, and then coming up to the newer interpretations of shit. It's like oh, I don't really need to like pay all this money to really go through it for a piece of paper. I can just learn this shit. And
honestly, that's, if memory serves, that's how colleges used to be. It was more about you actually just attending it and whatnot, and like the money is just sort of come into it as a more recent thing, which I find fairly unfortunate.
Well, it's a question I've been pondering myself lately, though, especially when it comes to the philosophy, the notion of philosophy. If one on their own, let's say, without formal education and training, comes to theories and ideas and conclusions and questions on their own, and then later on they find out, they find that, oh yeah, no, this is like the central thrust of what this and that philosopher, fucking psychoanalyst or neurosurgeon or all this shit, this is what they've been arguing. Is it better if you've been, if you come into it as a blank slate, let's say, right? The tabula rasa, I think it was. You come in as a blank slate, and you have your mind filled with ideas by others who give you the ideas and then encourage you to ponder over them. Or if you come to the kind of same ideas that these geniuses who are taught in schools came to on their own, ostensibly. Which one of those is a more virtuous path to, I'm not even going to call it knowledge, but consideration?
See, and now you're getting to the actual heart of philosophy at that point, because being able to question something like that is what a lot of it's about.
Well, do you know what, like Hawking and like I think even Tyson, like a lot of, like a common thing with physicists, they regard philosophy as pre-scientific science. It was like, well, they tried to sit around and think about things. Now, they didn't have the scientific method, tools of research, or methodology, but they spent time thinking. But then once science came around, well, fuck philosophy, and I think that's pretty much Hawking's thing. But with that, though, I mean, so let's take that for granted. Does that mean that, like, okay, is the philosopher one necessarily who actually spends more time sitting around and just thinking about questions? Because if they're spending all of their time reading other people's answers to those questions, are they actually spending their time thinking about them and that they should? Oh, fuck.
I think it's more so giving consideration to an additional perspective on it. It's you have to sit there and develop your own sort of approach to whatever subject that you're trying to tackle, whether it be finding your inner Ubermensch or conversely trying to go about looking at things through the Hegelian dialectic. You have to. Most of philosophy is just a set of tools for being able to examine and question. So essentially, with the classes and courses that you would take and that sort of thing, they're just giving you the expanded toolkit.
That's fair. I mean, I think that is fair. I think, though, I had a discussion on my Patreon stream last night about the nature of art school, for instance, right? I've known a number. I was there. Yeah, you were there. Oh, hey, oh, Gator. This is why I don't like Discord. Everyone can have different names everywhere they go. So I'm like, it's the same
fucking. It should be the same fucking name.
Was it?
Yeah, it should be. Well, like
no,
my
wait.
YouTube, my
No, you
YouTube
know what
is Gator Gaming. That's
what it
probably.
was. Yeah. No, you came in through Google. That's why. Different names. See, we've all got pirate nicknames all over the place. But
Yar, mate.
yeah, well, yeah, we had the same discussion about art school. It's funny. It's like it's almost like one. I almost think maybe like a college prep course that ought to be taught in high schools now is actually like critical thinking in a direction which it's like, okay, what you're going into, this is not trying to teach you what to think. It's just giving you ideas. Take those and think for yourself. Like if we could have one class for people who are sure are going to college who could get there, maybe humanities wouldn't be as fucked up as they are now, huh?
That would be a good point.
I don't like philosophy.
Oh.
says the guy with an interest in biology. Yeah. No. It's like I don't like philosophy. It's complicated. Give me something simple like biochemistry.
No, it's not the complexity of philosophy. It's not that. It's just I'll sometimes rag on philosophy, but I don't really mean it. Like I do see the value in it. I really do. But I'm just not a philosophy kind of person. It's just not my thing.
You're hammer and nails.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
This motherfucker's hammering sickles. Ain't you seen them Reddit threads?
Jesus Christ. But no, the thing is like there's some philosophy that I have found a lot of value in. I do think it's interesting. Some concepts and some things that inspirational people have really changed my life because I thought about what they had to say. It really changed my point of view on a lot of stuff. But philosophy as like a concept in and of itself, I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. I can listen to a Gary Edwards video because Gary Edwards is amazing. But I'll just listen to it and I'm like, I do not get most of these terms. I just don't. I am not trained in philosophy. Like,
Well, just get some. Well, no, I mean, start off with some bubblegum. Like, listen to some Alan Watts lectures. When that guy describes the fact that a thing does not actually have individual parts until you dissect the parts from that entire thing, and that up until that point, the thing which cannot function without that individual part was part and parcel with that part, right?
Well, right.
That part
like,
comes apart when you separate it. So when you consider that, well, you guys carry that around, chew on that.
You guys like philosophy. I like things like, studying the fucking Krebs cycle, and mitosis and shit like that. Like, that's the stuff that interests me, and it's all about parts and putting things together. So I can see why you like it, but I'm just kind of like...
but I could see why you like carving things up, Jeffrey. We should explain it. Like, we should explore this more. I think this is an interesting side to you. Why do you feel the need to carve things up into their individual parts, Jeff? Why? Why can't they just be whole?
Because I like the sound they make when I carve them.
There we go. Also, I could put pieces of the things in bottles and sell them as holistic remedies.
And stitch them together and make a funny hat.
That too. I know, like I
make a lampshade.
Conversely, I do very much love my sciences as well. So that's the weird juxtaposition of that.
Sure.
So I definitely see where you're coming from on that, Jeff.
Yeah. I mean, maybe one of these days we could try and get Gary on, and he can try and sell me on philosophy. That'd be interesting.
We haven't had Gary on. Fuck.
No, I don't think we've invited him yet. We should. The dude's fucking brilliant. He's a fucking rock star in philosophy.
Well, more than that too. I mean, he's actually like, when in conversation, I've streamed them before, and the nice thing is he's like, yeah, his videos are dry, and I find them kind of hard to follow sometimes. So, from a naturalist perspective, the R of the equation, and sorry, no, I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna go back to watching music videos sometimes. But yeah, in streams though, he's a clever son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And motherfucker's 6'3".
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or, no, I think he's actually taller than that. He doesn't look tall because he looks like a stocky Englishman. But yeah, he's a basketball player at one time.
Something about higher oxygen content from height aiding in neural development.
There you go.
Yeah, right. See, we don't need an ethno state. We need a what would the term be for height?
Height no state? I don't know.
Height no state. Yeah, a foot no state. 6 feet or tall. 6 feet or up.
No, it's English. We have to count it in stone.
You need to be 65 thumbs in total height in order to live in this particular part of the country.
Or stones is for weight.
Otherwise,
Fuck.
yeah. Which I'm not even sure because they're like, he was fucking 6 stone. Like, what is that? I've had small stones. They come in a variety of sizes and weights.
I've seen a lot of different stones.
I'm shocked.
Huh?
I'm shocked. You guys missed it.
What?
No. You must be this tall to do this ride.
You must be this tall to enter the Ethno state.
Yeah. Oh god.
The tranquil, serene. Oh fuck! Hold on, they're putting the fire out. Wait a second. We'll just wait here.
I'd love to see a
a
drawing of Paul Joseph Watson. Like, you must be this. Well, he's not an ethnosator.
No.
Who
You must be this tall to enter the bunker.
Ooh, Millennial Woes. You must be this tall to like enter the ethnostate, and he's standing on a box. You know.
Oh no, but
Fucking
give him
right.
that same really upset Taylor Swift actually fucked a black guy kind of look. Like, I mean, I swear you've got to be at least this tall in order to get in my ethno state. I mean, I don't want anyone poisoning her white genes.
White.
You're poisoning your white tallness. You can't go mating with short people now. They're not as smart as I am. Now I'm going to block you on Twitter.
Twitter.
Like, oh wait, there's too many. I'm sorry. I've been trying a lighting thing, so I'm not just operating off of my own OBS screen right now. Kind of hard to follow that.
Eugenostate. That's what you guys were trying to think of.
A eugenistate would be height based, like a height based nation.
Well, it's based on eugenics, so you only want certain genetic expressions.
Oh no.
Eugenics.
No. Here's the funny thing: it would be in like, all right. So we take the word altitude and an altistate, an alt state. Holy shit! Yeah, we'll just call it an alt state. It'll be like a new alt something, and we'll know it's real because it's based on entirely irrelevant criteria to a person. That's what you live. And those are the people you need to live together with. The people you have relevant common criteria with. That's how you know you'll have a peaceful society.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What is this?
Oh, there we go. Somebody said, real life Gimli said Andrew England is a manlet. But like, cause there was somebody shopped, I guess, his height as 5'2", and he's apparently 5'7".
Oh, that's a tall lad. Yeah, it's a tall lad. Big, tall man. He towers.
He's
over,
a big boy.
It towers over smaller people.
I'm a man too, you know.
Well, I mean, you know,
See,
then
Kyle.
again.
Well, see here, you may be a man, but you see in all of our things here, I'm really the real boy, as we see from the transcript right here.
The definition of Pinocchio, according to the transcript, the way the nose grows.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
God damn, I need to get a job at the ADL because I just realized that Pinocchio's nose growing larger when he lies is anti-Semitic. That'll be 10 grand, please. Thank you. ADL, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
So long as you can afford me.
So let's see. All right. So Alchemic Interrogator. Anything you want to shill? Anything you want to promote?
Not so much tonight. I didn't have anything lined up for it, so yeah. I think I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention this from discussion in the Discord the other day. But some of the guys were wanting you two to get EDP 445 on the show sometime.
I have messaged, but apparently that was the wrong account. That's actually somebody who's scamming people, claiming to be Eat That Pussy 445.
That guy. Okay.
Yeah, and so when I messaged, like, he never got back to me, but I think NMCV 431, I think he sent me the right one. Yeah. So I gotta DM that dude and see if I can get him on. That'd be amazing. I want to talk to Eat That Pussy 445. He's amazing.
Beat that dick.
I
You gotta let go numb.
Mm-hmm.
when you were saying the name though with the acronym there, I was expecting the word test kit to come afterwards. Like you need to get the EDP 9000 fucking test kit. Like why? Is this like a Scientology thing?
What have
Oh,
you
that
heard?
guy who
Which of my
like,
exes
took
have you been
giant-
talking to?
Took a giant shit in Chipotle. That guy, I'd love to talk to him.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Well, he's a Philly guy too, right?
Yeah, he's Billy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then no, he's guaranteed fucking nut job. I
Yeah.
mean, you guys, the internet comment etiquette. Eric is from Philly, and when I found that out, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, you're definitely a Philly dude. You are definitely from Philly.
Oh yeah, incidentally, new news from EDP on top of that. He did get that Super Bowl ticket.
Nice, dude. That's cool as fuck. Good for him. Good for him.
You got a
He was crying in the car and shit. That was the video I posted up right when I got back home.
Aw, that's too good. I love that man. He's fucking amazing. Well, sweet man, it's good to talk to you. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. We'll talk to you again soon, man.
All right, yeah, total fun.
Yeah, sweet.
see you, dude.
Cheers, buddy.
Laters.
All right, how you feeling, Nick?
Oh, well, I'm feeling up for one more.
All right,
We're gonna
one
round-
more it is.
We're gonna round it out with 4 guests. We always do 4 guests. There's a bunch of people waiting. They want to come in. One of them's gonna get to come in.
If
Can't
they're
let
cold, let them in.
exactly. And the thing is when I see a crowd, I like making sure if I'm gonna let one of them down, that I'm gonna let 99% of them down.
Generate 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, it's a girl, Sestra.
Oh,
No.
she really wanted to get in here. Yep.
What's going on, girl? How you doing?
Not much, just work.
Work. Just work. Work.
Holy
and work.
shit! Wait a
Work.
second. This means one of our mods isn't doing their job.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's not getting their fish heads tonight. Just saying. If you want to join the mod team, by the way, as you can plainly tell, we have an excellent benefit plan.
Yep. Oh, yeah. It does not involve cummies, before you ask.
Not
No.
I mean, it isn't promised that you'll get
Jeff,
cummies. You probably will.
Jeff, we're gonna have the merch talk later, okay? Like
Okay.
YouTube Saints Cummies coming in 2018. Just we'll iron out the details later. But guys, get excited! Yeah,
so
jars
we
and
gotta
shit.
talk about these shallow.
Oh, you're breaking up crazy. What's going on?
Oh no, hold on. Let me see. Is that any better?
Woo!
Much.
Yeah.
That's better.
That's way better.
Notably.
Okay. Sorry.
No. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're great. I just
So
yeah, go
we
for it.
need to talk about these shallow cunts.
Yeah, shallow cunts, man. shallow vaginas.
The world is full of them. I would
Yes.
say the world is full of shallow cunts, and this
Too
is
true.
we spoke about philosophy for damn near 20 minutes, but I don't think a more profound thing has been said on this show to date. So Jeff, Sester, talk about shallow cunts. You both seem familiar.
Well, I hate them, man. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of shallow cunts.
Why? You don't like hitting the cervix?
No. Well, I mean, like, the thing is, it's not whether or not I like hitting the cervix, it's whether or not they like me hitting the cervix, and usually the answer to that is no. Usually.
Aw.
Although I did date a girl who actually wanted to be banged so hard until it was like smashing her cervix raw.
They exist. There are
Several girls
surprise-
are like that.
surprising numbers, I will say, from just science. You know, science. It's just science.
Yeah. Just science.
It's been tested. I'm just saying, it's been tested multiple times.
You like to talk about philosophy. I like to study shallow cunts. Apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, Nick.
Yes,
you
please
cannot-
remind me of shallow cunts, please. Yes.
Well, you cannot save a certain someone in Phoenix this year.
See? Or save?
I've been told that at VidCon, you would pull her away from uncomfortable situations.
I
Mama.
Oh.
oh
That's right.
I'm-
Yeah.
What?
You ran
So-
interference a couple of times when people were being fucking weird at Mama.
When? Who?
At VidCon. Base Mama.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, he was probably wasted. That's right.
VidCon was a bit of a blur, I'll admit that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wish it was more blurry if you ask me. Jesus Christ.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Well, no, well, I mean, that was one of the times. I mean, 2017 was for one thing. It was a lesson in Jekyll and Hyde style living, because I found that Mr. Hyde, he can be rather crass, but after I've been given a bit of time to think about anything he says, I have a really hard time disagreeing with any of it. So, yeah, it was nice. It's like I came away from VidCon like, well, what did I say and do? Oh,
I was an ass. Okay.
Wasn't necessarily big on dignity, perhaps, but I ain't taking it back. No,
Yeah.
sorry. That's just kind of been the way of things since, from then on. It's a great way to live, really. But yeah, so if I ran interference, was it because I was stepping on all of her very obvious jokes? I'm gonna guess.
No, she was
I
saying
did worse
that whenever people would get a little bit too pervy, because she's the innocent and sweet one, that
No,
you
she's
would
not.
come in and drag her away. And I told her, I said, well, that ain't gonna happen with me and Jeff around.
Did that happen, Jeff?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That happened. I think. I mean, I kind of remember it, man. I kind of remember it.
I guess, yeah, you're probably not the one to ask, because you were barely there. And you were pretty...
She was the sober one.
Oh, it's that classic fucking trap. Women always do this to me. They're like, well, you were drunk, so clearly what I'm saying. Like, how drunk were you? Oh, well, not that drunk. Oh,
Not
so you're
not
just-
as drunk
yeah,
as
so
you.
We're talking about like marginal fucking levels of accountability here. All right, this is why we're not even in a relationship. You don't get to do this to me. What are you doing? Stop it. Do what women do and go away with this shit.
Have you gotten your plane ticket yet to Kilroy? Sestra?
Yeah, I already got it.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
You were asking Nick.
No. I was asking you. I'm doing my taxes tomorrow, and then I'll know how badly that sucks, and then I'll know what I have left over if I can get my ticket right away, or if I have to wait until next month. But yeah. Nick needs to get his ticket
Well.
too. God damn.
Yeah, I also have a whole lot of taxes I'm gonna need to do.
You said you didn't do
Fucking liar.
taxes.
Well, I mean, no. Eventually, I'm gonna have a whole lot of them to do at once. Is
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Okay. Fair
Oh
enough.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
I'm sure I have not made enough for them to give a shit. That's the important thing. There's one thing I know about people. I think if there's one thing I've learned about people who say you owe them money, it's that there's a line and they can get the back. And then you
That's true.
Yeah.
listen, some people just feel more comfortable leaving and entering their own home using a fire escape.
Just
I
saying.
see.
Taxman ain't gonna get me today. Fuck you.
Yeah, nah, listen, man. There's a reason I keep my blinds down, and I bought blackout curtains on Amazon because ain't no one got to know when my lights are running.
Right.
Too
Oh,
true.
God.
I even printed out and put one of them yellow stickers on my own door that says warning, like county property, do not trespass. So it looks like I already got evicted. It's great. I never opened that
Oh
door.
gosh.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm thinking of putting crime scene tape up. They keep coming around knocking. Creditors too. Fucking student loans, man. Car payments and shit. Can't keep up with them. So I just avoid paying that shit, and just kind of carry on through life, hoping that the socialist revolution will one day take enough root to the point where like all that debt will be wiped out, or maybe just Fight Club will happen. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of scattergunning my hopes and dreams here, but
Only
it's
in
gonna
your
work
wet
out.
dreams, honey. Only in your wet dreams.
What are you? One thing I love when Fight Club came out, I love one of the first comments I heard from like someone who's like, "Oh, it was a fun movie, but what the fuck? Like, you're not gonna wipe out credit ratings by blowing up buildings because all that shit's backed up." Duh. Like, thanks, Dick.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm
It's the last time I'm watching a fucking movie with Neil deGrasse Tyson's fucking like bastard fucking son. Motherfuckers. Dude went on tour and just left you behind to ruin movies for me. You're not even good at physics. What's the point?
Oh gosh.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Well, I will let you guys know I'm getting in on Thursday and leaving Monday afternoon. So
I will be probably flying in early morning Saturday and then flying out on Monday. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be there early. Just because I'm not gonna be able to get the extra time. Mems doesn't have any free vacation days, so I'm like, ugh.
I think
more
I might.
time for me with Nick. No.
Yeah,
you go.
I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna try for like.
I'm joking.
Well, I'm thinking of trying for like 2 or more spare days out there because it doesn't cost a lot for me to like exist in a place.
Right.
As long as I can have a place to like lie down and go to sleep. But I was thinking that if I can do the finances thing just right and save the money to like rent like a Harley and just go for a fucking like desert fucking run because I've never ridden in those conditions, and it would be like, yeah, I'd just start riding around here and then I'd be like, oh shit, a straight open flataway that I can take a fucking 1200cc bike up to 120 miles on.
Oh
Yeah, let's do that for a while. I'll do that after the event. Well, maybe I'll do it before the event because like people will know, they'll remember the announcement of my untimely death a lot more than whatever it is I might have to say.
That's true.
True though.
Yeah. And then maybe I'd like stop losing subscribers so fast and I get more because they'd be like, Dead Guy's channel, holy shit, it's like watching Hitchens videos because this is all he ever said.
And if you die right before Kilroy, that will give me the opportunity to try and find a replacement.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I won't do it
Exactly.
publicly, and publicly I'll be broken up and in tears, but you know, when
Yeah.
nobody's
Yeah,
looking, I'll be like, yo, you want to?
I'd be like, oh, what's anybody know what how's Magog's thing going? Is it working out for him? Does he have time, you think? Yeah, no, I know how this works. You know, the show will like skyrocket because every show will be in my memorial.
Oh yeah.
Man, this I gotta say, I gotta write like a 40-page book and then do this thing, you know,
I
do
will
this thing.
make so much money off of T-shirts with your face on it.
I will be the most successful dead YouTuber since Steve Shives.
Man, dude, I could probably make enough money off the T-shirts with your face on it, like in remembrance of the wizard. That
Oh, you know
I
what?
bet
Actually,
I could afford
Jeff-
my
Jeff-
bionic arm.
Jeff,
Actually,
I'm gonna ask. No,
I was about to say, we're cutting off arms, killing each other. What the hell is going on here?
No, I mean, I love the idea of bionic arms, but Jeff, can you whip this up so like the wipe screen that brings us into the finale of the show once we're done listening to Sestra mourn the depth of certain vaginas? Can we dedicate this midweek Saints in memoriam of me? You know,
so go to the holding screen.
Oh, no, when we go to the holding screen, let the holding screen just be a black thing. Maybe some Sarah McLachlan music comes up, and it just fades into saying like, Wizard of
Oh my
Cause,
gosh.
1983 to 2017.
That's right. I am older than you guys. God, I keep forgetting that.
I'll see what let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can
Yeah.
do. I think I
There we go.
got something.
And everybody, press F to pay respects to me.
Yeah.
I had a good run. I did. I will sorely miss myself every day. Well,
I'll miss
not
you
right
too.
away. Not right away. I got to take a shower and wake up before I can focus on something like that. But you know,
I mean, like since
I
you're
can't-
already dead, I miss you now, right?
yeah.
Is that
Well,
how
no,
this-
that's the thing. Everyone's they're paying pressing F to pay respects. Yeah. It was a good old life, you know. I'm gonna just I
And you're
haven't
gonna
quite
die the way that you enjoyed living.
exactly curled
on
up
your
under
bike.
curled up under a porch, awaiting an old timely farmer to find me and then lie to his grandkids about what happened. That's how I came into the world. That's how I came into the world. That's how I'm going out. At least you know, that's the thing. You gotta love a dog. They know how to die with dignity, and we can only hope, so, if only half of that for ourselves.
It's true. It's totally true.
Yeah. So do you have the? I can only drag this out for so long, Jeff.
No, I'm working on it, man. Hang on.
Well,
Give me fucking a
well,
minute.
let's reflect upon some of the wonder and the splendor that was me in my life. There was that time I made a spicy joke on the internet, and I got a bunch of shit on Twitter for it. That was the highlights, the bright spots in one's life. There's so many of them, and why so many of them surround Twitter, I'll never understand. Maybe that's like why I'm really hoping that my memorial service doesn't need to be so comprised of terrible improv, while I await Jeff to, take his production skills to the next level.
It's okay, Nick. Either Jeff or I will be in the back of the funeral home wearing a Grim Reaper costume just to scare everybody just for you.
This is the terrible thing, though. Like, I just had this golden opportunity that I gave myself to give myself a eulogy, and I fucked it up that bad. I could sit and make a whole YouTube channel ranting without question, but it's like, give your own eulogy. So what's the deal with airline food, everybody? Oh, fuck, no. So, yeah, that's the glory of poetic irony, I guess.
Yeah, it really is.
Are you there yet? Are we there? Can we stop yet?
No.
Right?
No. We can't. You have to keep... Dude, you're making me fucking do this shit.
This is the longest
Well, then
death
talk
a
about
living
something
person
else,
has
dude. No,
ever suffered.
we're gonna end the show with this. Talk about something else. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Pornhub Saints.
Oh, I know. Have you looked into that anymore?
No, I haven't gotten a chance to because I'm working on this project that's going to take me a little while, so...
Of course, no. It's like from a second, I'm like, no, I haven't. Oh, wait, of course, Sestra's the one who needs to reach out to Pornhub in general. It's like, they probably have her on speed dial for all the time she's on there. It's like, do you have any idea? You have viewed so many ads personally that I could afford a boat payment, Sestra. This site wouldn't exist without you.
Right?
So, thank you.
I wouldn't be surprised. But will they pick up is the question.
Talk about Jesus Christ and how he's a generous lover. Jesus Christ, apparently, from what I'm told, he loves spreading his love to everybody.
Oh, gosh.
So, I'm kind of surprised there hasn't been another a polyamorous sect of Christianity outside of Mormonism.
Yeah, good point, actually.
Yeah, Jesus said to spread the love and shit. I know that because you didn't read the Bible, so you might as well take my word for it.
Spread the love. Okay, we're good. Hey, so Sister, what do you want to shill? Anything you want to promote? Anything you want to put out there to the world?
Well, of course, I want to promote I hate this right now, but I do want to promote Kilroy. I know that a lot of people hate it, but I've been watching and talking to a few people behind the scenes, and they're actually getting a good group of people together. Mm-hmm. Professional people who know what the F they're doing, and it looks like it might actually pull through, and they're hoping for next year to make it better than this year turned out to be. So I'm hopeful for it at the very least. I'm still gonna go.
I'm pretty hopeful for it too. I'm definitely still going. There's no way I'm gonna miss it.
I've told too many people to go fuck themselves when they've tried criticizing me about it to the point where I have
does want a ball pit too.
Oh God. I don't know if the unironic ball pit is like good. Fuck.
I know. That's what I did too. I was just the troll ball pit.
Even my Jewish side is like, that's too much self-deprecation. No.
I mean, I'm gonna go because I was invited, and there's people that I want to see. I want to see you. I want to see Nick. I want to see Roaming Millennial.
There needs to be a kiddie pool for the people who...
Oh, they already have a pool there, Nick.
Oh, good. Well, then, does it have a deep end and a shallow end? Hey, there's the joke. I got it.
Oh, gosh.
No, it'll be fun. I've never been to Arizona, and, it'll be a fun event. We'll find our way out there, and we make a decent event out of it. I mean,
we're gonna be drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
The new website is up, and tickets are going on sale tomorrow. $100 for general admission, $200 for the VIP, And we're also going to be taking I'm talking to Mama a lot. She's also going to be taking volunteers. And from the email that I just got, they are giving volunteers full VIP access. So there you go. You could pretty much go for free.
Sweet. Hell yeah, dude. Sounds great. All right, well, we love you, Sestra. You're always a pleasure to have on the show. And you're a wonderful mod, and we appreciate you.
Great.
Pretty big show.
Anna's been kicking ass. I've been busting my ass doing other things. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Anyway, we love you. You take care, okay?
Love you too, guys. You have a great night.
You too.
Bye.
Oh, sweet.
Well, that wraps us up for tonight. We gave you some. We brought you up with the bionic limbs thing. We brought you down with the Doomsday Clock, and then we brought you back to with reality, showing you that in New Hampshire, people bite dogs.
Sergeant Buck says, some of you are all right. Don't come to the Skywalker Jedi School tomorrow. Kylo Ren, 2015. Ooh, boy. Real life Gimli, after he said Andrew England is manly, he says, I'm 5'7", and I openly admit I'm short as hell. Fair enough, man. No big deal.
They told me I was 6 foot for like, most of my fully grown life, and then I got measured once, and they're like, yeah, you're 5'11" and a half. Like,
yeah. Well, my whole family are fucking giants. My dad and me are the runts of the litter, and I'm 5'10", so like, it's. I know. Do a fucking huge Scandinavian people. Anyway, that's pretty much it.
Well, Sergeant Buck was kind enough to do that 3D rendering where he for some reason thought you were taller than I was. So.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, there we go. I just think better in my chair. It's a comfy chair. But yeah, so thank you everyone for joining us this weekend. Join us this week. Join us this weekend over at the YouTube channel there, YouTube Saints. It's going to be on time, as it almost always is, which means a couple minutes late.
Right.
And then we'll get on with the whole show. You'll be really entertained. It'll be a really big show. And once again, press F to pay respect to our dear departed me. I was taken too soon from my life, and here I am, brokenhearted, had to shit. Instead I farted.
That's a good transition out. We should have used that one.
Yeah, well, I was trying to.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night.